Consider becoming a YouTube sponsor for $5 a month. You get access to an after show following every episode, plus special emojis and badges in the live chat to show off your love for DP for all to see. For a $10 donation, you get access to a ton of monthly content, including a monthly commentary, special vlogs with Ben and Billy, and an after show following every episode of the podcast. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DP for even more perks. For the patrons that want to go the extra mile at a $100 donation on Patreon, we offer you to join us for a segment. Come join us for Troll or Not a Troll, DP Action News, Crazy People, or any other segment of your choice. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DP for even more perks. Tonight's episode of the Drunken Peasants is dedicated to the loving memory of Liam Ty, who unfortunately passed away in a tragic accident this past Thursday. He was a son, a brother, an uncle, and partner who loved fun, his family, motorbikes, adventures, having a laugh, and the Drunken Peasants. Both himself and his partner were both big fans of the show, so we're just dedicating tonight's show to his memory.
Nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you now. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 467.
Suck it!
And tonight we've got Hellbent with us. Welcome back, Hellbent. Glad to see you could wake up and join us this time. Oh, you're muted, dude. You're muted.
I don't see anything in there.
Yeah.
But I was sleeping, having the dream of my life about Bigfoot, and I woke up and I'm like, oh yeah, these guys.
Did you? Were the sheets sticky when you woke up?
No, but I was covered in like some kind of like film.
Film?
Film?
Yeah, film.
Yeah.
Like someone was taking photographs of you in your sleep?
Bigfoot. He takes
just
pervy
Bigfoot
photos.
pictures all over the place.
Holy shit.
And the senator guy, I don't know.
The senator. Someone in the chat said, "Rip Finn." You know what? Don't joke around because I don't know what's going on with Finn. Finn is like MIA right now, and I don't know what's going on with him. So if any of you guys have talked to Finn recently, tell him to hit me up. He's been MIA for like a week now, and I just want to check on the guy. He's one of our biggest supporters, longtime fan. We just want to know he's okay. It's not like him to be gone this long. So, yeah, let us know. Okay, so we're here. We're here on the Rage Feed channel. This channel is monetized. We've been waiting forever for the DP Underground channel to get monetized since we got fucked over by CBS and YouTube collectively. So we're going to do it on here from now on. Super chats work, sponsorship works. So if you want to be a sponsor, you can do that here. Feel free to help us out. We really appreciate it. And everything else is going according to plan. And as you all know, I got cut open on Friday, and all my innards were rearranged. I feel like I've been stabbed 4 times. I'll show you guys.
Yeah, you got gut marks. Oh, no.
I can't see.
Oh, shit, I forgot to share screens with you. That would help.
Well, I mean, how am I going to bitch? I'm 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
Man, you're not doing your job right, man.
Hey, I'm used to it. I'm used to people just giving me their bitchy opinions without me even asking. But yeah, I've got Band-Aids all over. You can see like my navel's like bruised really bad right now. So there was an incision. Oh shit, there was an incision made here, and then there was one in my actual navel. And then there were 2 down here because I have those weird like hernia meshes inserted.
Man, if you had a couple more bandages, I would think that's a Lost reference.
People were making smiley faces out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it, didn't you?
Yeah, it looked like a smiley face. I
Who knows?
binge watched Orange Is the New Black this weekend. It looks like you got attacked like in a prison cell by one of the girls.
Maybe so.
I'm a little worried.
You look like
man.
you could be a character in Orange Is the New Black.
I could, yeah. I'd be like the big lesbian that runs around finger bopping women.
I have to try really hard not to laugh. Yeah, I'm in pain right now. It's pretty fucking terrible.
And if you laugh, it hurts.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
if I laugh, it hurts. If I cough, if I sneeze. But I've got the opioids to help me out. So at least I have that going for me. Also,
So is it like a consistent pain or just like
Yeah.
kind of pain?
it's that. It's my belly. Like anything that involves stomach muscles causes intense pain.
Man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Nikolai Volkov.
And Grandmaster Sexay.
There was another wrestler who died too. He was like
It was Jerry Lawler's son.
Well, Grandmaster Sexay is Jerry
Yeah,
Lawler's
yeah.
son, but there was a third guy. I can't remember his name. It was like I can't remember. It was something Brown, I think. I can't remember.
Bad news? No,
no, it
he's
wasn't
been
Bad
dead.
News Brown. It was
Did they die
some-
wrestlers' deaths or were they like 80?
Grandmaster Sexay was I think in his
He was
late
young.
40s.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a wrestler's
Nikolai-
death right there.
Dude,
What is it? Okay, Skeptical Jesus says Ben Pye going to get addicted to opioids. Why are you guys so fucking negative? I
we
can't
don't
talk
have
about
addiction
any.
problems.
But if well, but every time I hear anything, it's just like the most negative shit. You know, people enjoy the trivia contest we have. Now everyone's like, "You're running it into the ground." So I finally find something that somebody likes. It's like, "Oh, you're running it into the ground." Fuck you guys. Just either watch it and enjoy it or don't watch it and shut the fuck up.
no, watch it. Don't enjoy it and shut the fuck up. Just sit
Ooh,
back.
Okay, I like that.
Sit back. Watch the fucking shit you hate, and then I don't know. Write it down in a
Someone said-
journal.
Someone said Ben is going to make a full recovery soon. See, that's what I want. I want that positivity.
That's what we need.
Thank you.
We need
I
that in
don't.
this
You
world
should give
right
them
now.
hell. Fuck with them constantly. Trust me, it makes them better.
Brickhouse Brown, a guy from the 80s, died. Another wrestler.
okay.
Brickhouse Brown.
So,
Hey.
yeah, I mean, I always reach out to people, especially on Patreon. I'll reach out and I'll be like, hey, anything else you want out of this? You know, like any other perks we could offer you
it's
to make your
always
experience.
blowjobs too.
No, it's always like, don't do this. It's never do this. It's always, oh, I hate it when you do this. Don't do this anymore. Like, and then they're like, you can't respond to anything or else you're salty.
Yeah.
Are you salty,
Well,
Benjamin?
I guess so.
My experience, like when I did the Planet Dome thing, there's like, I think it was like 25,000 dislikes. So when you look at a video and you see 25,000 people think you're a piece of shit, it hits you. You're like, whoa, hey,
Yeah.
oh damn, that guy is actually telling me to kill myself. Neat. What got me through that is I just like did my own thing, and then I was like, you know what? If they hate it, good. Suck it.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
care what people on the internet think. If they tell me to kill myself, I'm like, shut up. Because if you had a knife in your hand and you had the opportunity to kill me, you wouldn't even fucking kill me. So why tell me to kill
Yeah.
myself, dude? You're too pussy to kill me yourself. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna watch you die, sucker. I don't know. I just don't like it when people are mean on the internet.
Yeah, they're so mean.
They're so mean.
Damn
Well,
it.
This is-
pent up anger, but not all of them are pent up like that. I know a few people like that are just goofs. And then once you get to know them, they're all right. But there are definitely a contingent of people that are just fucking angry on the internet, man.
It's because they're angry
I
off
hate
the
you.
internet. They're angry everywhere, and this is their outlet to release their anger. Because if they release their anger at their job, they get a demerit or whatever. I don't know. I don't have a job. What do they give
They
you
either
when you're?
get fired or beat up, yeah.
Yeah, they'll beat you up. They feel safe on the
Oh,
internet.
and by the way, if you guys are sending in super chats and Streamlabs and stuff, we will read them after the end of the first segment. Oh, and by the way, this channel hasn't been used in a while, and even though it has almost 20,000 subscribers, obviously there's only like 200 people here watching, so I don't think the notifications got out like they're supposed to. So if you guys could share and like the stream, get it out there, make more people aware that this is happening, that would be very helpful.
All right,
but
give me a second.
Oh, well, thank you, Hellbent. We appreciate it. Oh, and later tonight, we're going to do the thing that a lot of people love and a lot of people complain about. We're going to let our patrons compete for a $100 Amazon gift card, our $50 plus patrons. So if you're a $50 plus patron and you're not in our Discord, you need to get in there and you need to join the private room, because at the end of the show, we're playing a trivia game. So after the regular show, we're going to do the regular show. Don't worry, guys that complain about everything. Everyone that complains, when you complain that we always do the same thing, when you complain that we do anything new, don't worry about that. Well, I guess worry about it because you're going to complain no matter what. But don't worry about it.
You can't win, dude. You can't win this
I
fight.
know.
Come on.
I know.
Or you can win if you learn to love the complaints. That's like, learn to eat shit and you'll be full forever.
Just like Mama used to make.
Ew.
Oh, speaking of which, though, my mama, she came into town, and my mom came and took care of me while I was
She's been taking care of her
all
sweet
fucking
boy.
laid out. Yeah, isn't that sweet?
That's
That's
so
actually
sweet.
really
Isn't that
nice.
sweet?
See,
Yeah.
people may want you to kill yourself, but your mom doesn't.
No.
I told Ben, I was like, dude, I'm going to come take care of you. And he's like, no, dude, no. And he called his mom and got her here
Yep.
so I wouldn't be here. Because I was going to give him a sponge bath.
Oh, really? Damn,
Yeah.
I missed out on it.
I told you. No, don't play coy now that I don't have to wash you.
Am I a fish?
Are you fish? You're a koi.
I'm playing coy now.
This is the
Man,
top
those are
quality
some good
content people tuned in for. Is feeding on hate keto? I think hate's low carb.
No, it's very high carb.
Hate is all carbs.
Yeah.
I don't know. The hate diet's not too bad.
Hate
I've
is
been on it
sugar-soaked
before.
rice.
Thing is, you can take your hatred and turn it into something positive. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be that asshole. You know what? You be you. Tell people to go fuck off and kill themselves.
Fuck you all, and you know what? Don't kill yourselves. Just cripple yourselves.
You know what? Everybody out there that has a complaint, at Billy the Fridge on Twitter, voice your complaints to me.
Billy,
I'll
please
deal
don't.
with,
Last time
I'll
you
deal
talked
with
to Onision,
everyone.
that was a fucking nightmare.
I'll save the day.
Shut the fuck up.
I saved the day. All you
I
gotta
know,
do, guys.
but
All you
there's
gotta
so
do.
many retards.
Bring it to me, guys. I'll deal with every single one of you in an orderly fashion.
Billy the Tard Wrangler over here. Jesus.
The turd wrangler.
That was hard.
You know what? I have an idea really quick, and I'm gonna enact it because I'm high right now, and I don't care if it bothers anybody. I think really quick. I think I'm gonna stream on both channels right now. On
Simulcast?
on Underground and on this channel. Why the fuck not?
Why not?
I know we're on Mixer right now, but literally nobody watches Mixer.
I watch
Yeah.
Mixer. I got an Xbox.
Mixer is awesome. Like the format of it and everything.
I watch it on my Xbox, and it's boring as hell. It's like people with 20 people in a room. The highest level rooms are like 20 people
I've
on a lot
seen
of
a
games.
few people that have 1,000,
Yeah,
but
no,
it's rare.
It goes up there, but like most rooms, like because I want to look at a specific game and watch someone play. Like I was trying to get into Sea of Thieves, a pirate game, and like the best channel was like 30 people, and it was so boring to watch. I was like, now I don't want to play this game anymore. It ruined Sea of Thieves for me.
Why does it matter though?
Why does it matter?
Yeah.
Because I want to watch somebody play the game so I can learn how to play the game. Because when I tried to play Sea of Thieves, all I did was fat around in a fucking on an island.
Well,
I want to do some pirate stuff.
Not to distract from the mixer thing, but Billy, I actually know a very autistic man who can tell you nautical miles in Sea of Thieves. He is playing with him is a blast. When we play PUBG, he'll like point out somebody's direction within like a centimeter of the fucking compass, and he'll tell you that the guy's wearing blue shoes, gray shorts, green hat, 138, and then
Wow.
the mountain's 2 clicks away. And
I know what I'm gonna do.
He's shooting him in the face. So yeah, I'll take you out in the fucking 7 Seas, buddy. It'll be
That's
fun,
nuts.
trust me.
Because I can't set up another stream on another channel without ending this one, and I don't want to do that. So I know we'll record a promo really quick.
Right here, right
like
now.
literally right now, live while we're doing the normal show.
Okay.
And then I'll upload it to the other 2 channels.
Okay. So you want to do like the 5, 4, 3,
I'll just tell you when we're recording,
and then we'll just go into promo mode.
yeah. Do you want to lead the way, Billy?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, right here, right now, Benjamin Hellbent and myself are on an alternate channel. An alternate channel. I know you're like, why aren't you on DP
Rage
Underground?
Feed.
This is Rage Feed. All right, and we want to bring you here to the show. We're doing the show literally right now. We're in the middle of the show, giving you this promo video so you'll come watch with us. So come now, have fun. We're celebrating all types of fun stuff, you know? It's a good night.
Come to Rage Feed. Link in the description. The show is literally happening right now. Like, we're literally interrupting our show.
Yeah.
To record this fucking promo.
You're interrupting
for
us.
our own show.
Come
yes!
watch right
See you
now.
there. All right, I think that went well.
Yes.
Those screams hurt my vocal cords, but they're so
Oh
fun.
no, dude! You got to get those insured or something.
Yeah, do you
Fuck
not
it.
have insurance on your voice?
I'm gonna burn out like a fucking star, dude. I don't give a shit. I don't. There's no. You know, it's the internet, dude. There's no insurance on the internet. You kidding me?
You can get
I got health
insurance.
insurance, but hey,
You can get like insurance on your voice.
Oh yeah.
Wrestlers used to get their bags insured and stuff, their bodies insured. There's a porn star that has his penis insured for $1 million.
man, if they look at my voice acting history, I think the premiums are going to be pretty high because 90% of what I do is just like what I just did there.
Some sort of awkward inward barking. You lose your
God.
voice. You lose your voice.
I think it just makes it better because people say I sound like a freak, and I'd rather sound different than just
Fuck
like
yeah, I'm a
everybody else,
freak,
you know what I mean?
baby. Yeah.
'Cause I'm a freak. So I'm lucky I don't sound like anybody because I talk like a Muppet with a cursing problem. So nobody
Well, that makes
talks like
prank
this.
calls easier, doesn't it? I mean, if I try to prank call somebody, they're just immediately going to assume something's fucking wrong.
They're like, oh, it's Satan. He's here to fix my water disposal. Which I guess is just a garbage disposal that's not installed.
Billy, how the Percocets.
I got 0 Percocets. Ben's the only one with drugs over here.
Oh, Billy's just, I'm sorry, Ben's just like absorbing all the highness from the room over to himself. And
Yeah.
you're at negative high right now and you don't know how to cope. You're just, it's like, ooh, that's rough.
But a buddy of mine gave me a bunch of Kratom, and I haven't taken any of it yet. I gave some to my mom, though. I was like, hey, Mom, try this for me so I don't die. I used her as a canary test bird. Is that messed up?
Kinda, but I can outdo you on that. There's a guy in a wheelchair. He used to come by, and he said he got hit by a train. He was real messed up. And he'd constantly be smoking K2 and trying to give that out to people. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. And, I went to the store and checked it out. I'm like, this is garbage. This is like potpourri. Why are you smoking this? And then it turned out later he's selling heroin out of the wheelchair.
Was he actually like in a wheelchair, or was that just a front?
That, I'm not entirely sure. He could get out of the wheelchair and prop himself up on the bar, but I've never seen him walk. I've seen him use a wheelchair in the middle of the road, and the cops have to megaphone at him. It's like, sir, get your chair out of the street. And he's like, eh.
No, wait.
Yeah, I don't know. He was either like so addicted to heroin that he couldn't stand, or he was actually fucked up. But I'm pretty sure the train thing was just, can I have a cigarette story?
I'm
miss old
walking.
Benny. He's great.
I'm walking like I'm 90 years old. It's
Yeah.
really bad.
Oh, man.
Should I have brought you some super male vitality?
Yeah, I saw your little joke about the super male vitality on Twitter.
It wasn't a joke. I thought it would help you, but you didn't respond, so I didn't bring it.
Brain Wars.
Yeah, I would do my Alex Jones impersonation right now, but it would hurt.
Yeah. Should
Dude,
I
you're
cook you
fucking
some elk?
trooper. Last time I got an operation, I was bedridden for 2 weeks. They called me in to do voice acting. I did it, but I was up for 10 minutes. I didn't do any edits or anything. I just talked in the microphone. I went right back the fuck down. I would not be on camera right now if I had what you got going on. I would not.
I had a commitment to the fans and to the patrons that were supposed to play this trivia game tonight, because one of them has to win their fucking money. And I'll tell you what, only a few of them showed up. So if anyone else isn't a $50 or more patron and you want to sign up right now before the end of the show, you can get in on this. You can double your fucking money.
Get on the action. You know, I gotta say something. I lost money because of you, Ben.
How?
Hellbent was gonna pay me $500 if you died on the operating table.
Yeah, do you remember making that bet with him?
It wasn't even a bet.
Yeah, I remember.
He was just gonna pay me $500.
But here's the thing: if I die, you'd make less money in the long run.
No, I know that, but this is still $500 that I don't have, and it's kind of your fault, Ben.
Unless you figured out the password to his YouTube channels. But then again, they all got copyrighted anyway, so I guess, fucking CBS. That's the biggest load of horse shit I've heard in a long time from this company.
But somebody's going to win.
Fuck this company. Yeah, it flies pretty well here.
Jim Cornette. Love that dude. He's great. He came on DP once and just insulted the fuck out of us for 2 hours. So
he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It was beautiful. I was just marking out the whole time. I was like, oh, it's Jim Cornette.
Tell me more, Mr. Cornette.
You should let me play for free. How about not? How about you pay like everybody else?
You know what, Honest Red, just for you,
right, bro?
Just for you, Honest Red, you can pay $100 instead of $50 to join.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, we can double the price for you. Look, I'll cover half, right, and the price will be $300. And I'll cover that. You pay half of the $300. I'll pay my half. I promise.
Ooh.
It's a deal.
We'll get into the first one here. The first segment, going right into it.
I never know what you dug up.
Yeah, here it is. Look at you trying to look like Mr. Tough Guy.
I am. Say you're a victim of cyberbullying.
How many times you need to cock the fucking... Look at me, I can cock the fucking gun.
100?
I'm very scared of the gun being cocked like that. You know, when somebody points a gun at me like that, I just piss my pants.
It's not.
Look on your face.
It's not loaded.
I know, but you're almost cross-eyed. There's like a look of perplexion, like, what is this tool?
Yeah, what is this? I actually use it mostly to open up beer bottles. When it's cocked like that, you can crack a beer bottle open with the back end of the gun really easily. As a weapon. A weapon used specifically to assassinate your character. Your sense of self. Their hatred.
Oh, there we go. Screenshot, everybody. This man needs help. This man needs help. This man needs help.
Billy, maybe when people tell you to kill yourself, maybe it's because they see you with a gun pointed at your head.
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
I don't think there's anything wrong with me.
I think this is dangerous.
No, I think I'm making a point.
This shit should be taken off of YouTube.
Really?
No.
This is like...
No.
Every gun can be loaded at any time.
That's not true. That's not true at all. No. If you know a gun's not loaded, it's no more dangerous than a rock or a stapler. A stapler's more dangerous than this. If the stapler's loaded.
I understand that if it's not loaded, it's not loaded. But what if you fucked up? What if you had a beer?
What if then
my gun's silly?
Then I win a Darwin Award, right? Like, come on, it's not a big deal.
I think you get a Darwin Award for that. I think the NRA just like burns you alive and erases your existence.
We can't give guns power they don't deserve. Okay. This gun is
feelings.
It's effectively a prop at this point. And I'm making I'm making a statement here. This isn't the most deadly
God.
thing I'm used in this video. There's something even more deadly in this
What, did you
video.
have an IED or something?
There's something more likely to kill me in this video. Go on.
Okay, well,
It could
let's see.
seem pretty threatening if you didn't know that it was empty. But what if you knew that the weapon wasn't loaded? That their hurtful words were as empty as this magazine. Not to be confused with online magazines like BuzzFeed.
Look at you trying to be all clever.
Got
and
him!
shit.
Got him!
That's a shitty metaphor.
This word has different meanings
Got
depending on
him!
how you say it.
Western Journal.
No, a magazine.
But even knowing that that
There's two
magazine was
things.
empty, would it be any less frightening when the barrel pressed against your head? Would it
It's
make
so
you
hard to
feel
watch.
any less threatened?
You're trying to
Would you-
okay, you've done it enough times. I think you've made your fucking point. You're just trying to be edgy at this
I'm
point.
not trying to be edgy.
This is cringe.
No, I'm
Look, I
proving a
got
valid
Ruger.
point here.
Check out my Ruger.
I'm
I'm pointing at my dome.
This is
Does it have a
highly
bullet in
clever.
it? I don't
This
know.
this is very intelligent discourse here.
Well, you know, I'm known for my discourse and my intelligence. But Billy, where's that Ruger right now? Can you got?
It's not here. I wasn't gonna bring it into Ben's
I was about to say, I need to call
studio
like, somebody to
because
help
I would
Ben
shoot.
'cause his nurse is treating him improperly.
I would shoot one of the monitors with it if I had the gun in here. I have terrible trigger discipline.
feel triggered? Because that's what it is, isn't
Dude,
it?
this is pointing the gun at you now.
Where'd that hand come from?
That's a female
Like, is
hand.
that the same gun, or is that like another one that was laying around?
I just got guns everywhere.
This
I've
man-
guns my whole life, so seeing anybody with like an actual like fucking Ruger pointed at their heads, like just no. I had a friend who nearly blew his brains out because he was cleaning his shotgun and he didn't know it had a shell in it, and it fucking
Yeah,
blew a hole in his ceiling. He put a poster on it. His mother found it 2 months later, and they sent him to an insane asylum because they thought he wanted to kill himself.
That's Joe's pretty boy hand right there.
It looks like a woman's hand.
I'm sorry, I keep harping on that, but fuck.
Being triggered? Whether the gun is loaded or not, you can't tell. You just feel the barrel at your head. Pretty soon you don't care anymore. You just want the gun off you.
Terrible acting.
This is really good acting.
But what if it wasn't all bad? What if every time you found yourself at the end of this most likely empty gun, you got something positive? What if you got a piece of cake?
What if you got AIDS?
Well, that's not positive.
What? Okay, what do they call it when you
Yeah,
have
it
AIDS?
AIDS, full-blown AIDS.
The rest of your life is positive. Your blood turns positive at
Yep,
least.
HIV positive.
HIV can be positive, and that's bad.
How's that bad?
Well, what did
Because
HIV
you don't want to
do
be
you?
HIV positive. You want to be HIV negative.
It's positive.
Hey, dude, HIV is just looking for a house.
What if you could have this cake? If
Eat it.
See,
and only if
that
the gun
that
was
cake
to your
is
head.
more
Really?
deadly to me than the gun is.
What if you could have this cake and eat it too? Let's sweeten the pot.
Yeah,
Let's
the
say this
nice.
cake is
Why the fuck would you trust Joe holding a fucking gun to your head?
Dude, I'm a gangster.
No, you're not.
You know what?
I'm
In Joe's
gangster, dude.
defense, I don't see his finger on the trigger, and that makes
Yeah.
me that makes me so much more comfortable that he's not like just like throttling on the trigger. Like, yeah, Billy, let me point the gun towards your head. I promise I didn't load him round in.
We did this all in one take, or else I would have told him to reshoot it with his finger on the trigger, little pussy.
isn't cake at all. Let's say it's attention.
Oh man,
Let's
that
say
cake
it's
was good, though.
affection. Let's say it was sympathy. Say it was friendship.
Dude,
Oh,
how good was
damn.
that cake?
Yeah.
'Cause that-
Did you like
that
it?
looks-
That cake, see, the cake is more dangerous to me than that gun is. I'm sorry. The knife probably more dangerous than the cake and the gun, but I'm actually
All right.
putting the cake in me. They didn't put the knife in me.
You and me have a duel. You get the cake. I get the gun.
I'll watch that duel.
Okay, the gun's empty. So
No.
I could just yeah, the gun's empty. I could just shove the cake down your throat and you couldn't breathe.
Couldn't even
Man, this
die.
is,
breathe.
this
That's
is
what
getting
suffocate.
erotic now.
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. Ben's in
Comfort.
bad shape right now. That wouldn't be too fair. Just throw the plate right at his stomach.
Knowing that you're right. The feeling that anyone that disagrees with you is wrong.
This is porn.
Yep.
Validation.
Feeder porn.
Yeah, there's
Somewhere
people
in this
spanking
moment,
into this, right now.
this
It's like,
triggered
really?
feeling, you know they are.
Right.
You found
Ooh.
power. And it feels so good.
Man, there's some U.S. senator getting off to this right now. So hard.
Look at that neck. That's a neck.
At that point, you might find the gun
Shot.
isn't
I thought that
so
was CG.
bad.
Yeah. It was a CG
That was actually
shot.
really well shot, dude.
In
Wipe
fact,
off your mouth, you fucking slob.
I did.
you might even look up to
He even got a little extra flavor off it. He's like,
Did I say that or just think that?
realize the gun it's been in your hand the whole time.
Spit in my
And with
mouth,
all that
bitch.
yummy cake.
okay, that's not so clever.
And with your
but the
finger
cake thing,
on the
you do cake good.
I mean, I was raised on cakes, so it's just second
Have you ever
nature.
stuck your dick in a cake?
No.
Ah.
Just an orange.
You think you know somebody.
You think you
trigger?
know somebody.
well,
Really, you should be doing like cake commercials. Like,
How come you're eating junk food in like more than half of the videos on your channel?
Oh, because I'm fat.
oh come on, you know people love seeing that.
I'm
shit.
just fat. I'm just fatting around.
Oh. Okay.
it was only a matter of time before you figured out where to point that barrel. Hey,
No, Billy, no.
I feel triggered.
Oh damn.
Billy the Fridge! Yeah.
Oh damn. I don't want to get flagged by CD Baby for using Billy's content.
Luckily, there's less than 20 seconds of the song there, so you're safe.
okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I basically just predicted outrage culture. I'm a genius there. That was beautiful work done by me. I'd pat myself on the back, but I can't quite reach it.
Man,
My
that's
hernia
okay.
hole's
You had
hurt.
your cake and ate it too, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can have your cake and eat it too.
We're full of puns on this video.
That was
Fucking hell.
genius. That was genius level video.
The cake part actually was really well shot. The gun part,
I'm sorry.
I can't think of a better thing to use though. You know what? I can't pull that on you. I'm thinking like you could use it instead of a gun. Well, no.
People getting triggered just so they can then weaponize their outrage. And
Through
we're in a world right
magazines
now
like
where the
BuzzFeed,
weaponized
which is
outrage
technically a website,
just
but hey,
just
we'll give you
killed
that one.
James Gunn's career with Disney. Weaponized outrage.
With a double N. James Gunn.
James Gunn with an ER at the end.
Gunnar.
Gunner. No, this is what I was coming to though, is how we let people get angry and we give them the power of their anger. We give them their power, let their outrage become their fucking weapon, and they feel so comfortable being angry, so comfortable being outraged. They seek out the outrage so they can have their opinions validated without any sort of factual basis behind it. It's all emotional. I'm sorry, I'm genius right there. Somebody should
I'm sorry, I'm genius.
I'm genius.
I
Somebody
agree.
should give me an award.
I agree with your point, and I'll definitely give you a cake, but not a trophy.
No, I'm talking like a major award.
I'll give you a glazed donut with a chain on it. How about that?
I got one of those.
I think I caught a spider. Yeah, you can have this little dude. Is he gonna show up? Oh man, he's
I
tiny.
can't see him.
He's in
I see
Power
him.
jail.
Damn.
Poor spider.
I'm gonna let him out. This little whip spinner motherfucker.
They
there
get
he
a
goes.
bad
Holy
rap.
Shit, he's fast.
I'm sorry, I'm genius. Someone should give me an award, Kanye West. Did I just quote Kanye West? Probably.
Well,
Yeah, it's not my
I'll give
fault.
you credit. Now, what people, the trigger thing and all that, that is it's a new phenomenon with the internet. It's not really new, but it's definitely hit its like peak with James Gunn and all that. I do think that it's kind of weird that people are like, James Gunn didn't deserve it, but then they'll throw everybody else under the under the bus. Like, well, not one of our guys though. It's like, well, there you go. It's kind of like with the LGBT thing on YouTube, to where there's like LGBT Pride Day, yay! But take down that fucking video, you disgusting person. We don't talk about that here. It's like, but I thought it was, they don't give a shit. It's all about posturing and shit, and they don't care whose lives they ruin. So, be independent is what I say. I'm doing Twitch, YouTube, Dolan, got a secret thing in the works, And then if that all falls to shit, I got other stuff to do. So, you can't fire me from the fucking bar. We'll kick your ass.
I'm not gonna name any names because I don't want to. I don't want to like flat out call someone out or anything. But I was arguing with someone on Twitter earlier, and they said that their opinions had nothing to do with them.
With their argument.
That's that's
like
some mental gymnastics right there,
right,
my dude.
right. Let me read the quote really quick. People can go look at it for themselves. I'm not gonna say their name.
I never argue on the internet unless I'm defending Onision. That's the only time.
You know what?
And that was super agitating, Billy.
I didn't argue at the internet until I was defending Onision.
Thank you, Ben.
I just like stayed out of it and hit the mute button on some of the people who really love Onision's dick. Like they just love the flavor of his dick in his mouth. And I'm not a huge Onision fan. Like I'll tell you right now, Billy, I think the guy's a fucking idiot. But man,
someone
who has
said
time to devote to that?
They said my opinion has nothing to do with me and all to do with your show. It's like, how can you say your opinion has nothing to do with you?
Because
your opinion is your opinion. That makes it have something to do with you.
It's because they weren't telling you their opinion of themselves. They were telling them your opinion of their show.
But it still has to do with them.
But no, because they don't want to.
If it's your opinion, it has to do with you.
They don't want to own their words, Benjamin.
What weird fucking language vomit is that?
I'll tell you what weird language vomit is.
He's trying to apply science to opinion, right? So it's like saying, like, well, my opinion about this, gravity has nothing to do with me. It's like a flat Earth argument, basically.
It's
flat Earth you and an opinion about your show.
No. I was trying to make a debate happen that the conditions of the debate would only be that it had to happen on our show. And I was trying to help somebody out, and someone decided to give their opinion about why they thought it shouldn't happen on our show. Because at one time, people who are no longer on the show decided to have an ass wiping contest. So
that got brought up, and it's like, whatever. You don't understand that we don't even wipe our asses anymore. We just sit and shit all day. No, it's people who think just because it's their opinion that they're entitled to be fucking wrong. Which, just because you have an opinion, you're entitled to your fucking opinion, but that doesn't make you right. It doesn't make you any better for having your dumb fucking opinion. So take your stupid ass opinion and wipe your fucking ass with it. Because that's about what it's worth. The shitty little fucking toilet paper, you trash ass human. Okay.
Well, thinking about it, when has anybody ever won an internet debate and like actually got any sort of prize for it?
I just got. You guys just gave me an award.
We did?
Yeah,
no,
for my
you ate your
triggered
own
video.
fucking cake. That was you. That was a Billy treat for Billy.
No, you both said you were going to give me an award. I said I deserve an award. And I'll give you an award. I'm not going to be a trophy.
I'll give you a cake. But that's kind of like a consolation prize. But I suppose like a participation trophy is an award.
A consolation
award?
Trophies
for people who win internet arguments.
I mean, I'm just over here getting awards left and right. Y'all want to argue
You get the yellow ribbon.
I'm saying
I want to start like a charity foundation to where like if somebody can prove they won an argument online, they get like a yellow ribbon mailed to their house.
There's no winning. I mean, we wanted to have we're going to try to start hosting more debates on here, and then we'll have people argue their points and then maybe take a vote. But in the end, I mean, even popular opinion doesn't necessarily decide who won a debate.
Yeah. Somebody can make a wrong popular argument. I mean, like look at popular music, most popular music shit. Does that make it good?
Well,
really,
I'm starting to notice on places like Reddit and other places, facts are now democratically voted on. This is true because enough people believe this. That's not how it works.
Wrong. Like decades of like politics across the spectrum, and I don't even want to mention the ones that they are, but the ones I'm talking about, where people just decide what they are and what that. Not that I have a strong opinion on that, but you go forward through that flat Earth, rest of that shit. Yeah, it's just like, well, we've decided that the Earth is flat. NASA's stupid. Look at this picture; it's two-dimensional. You idiot! It's like,
we have decades.
Facts, though.
We have decades of privately funded experiments and shit to try and milk facts where there are none. The tobacco company was doing it 50 years ago.
The Tabasco company.
Like we facts are overrated. They don't matter. That's why religion is still going strong 2,000 years later.
You know, it's just religion. Everything's become a religion now. There's your original sin, depending on how you're born. That's, you know, you're sinful or you're blessed or whatever the fuck. There's just all sorts of fucking dogma going on right now to where it's like, if you don't subscribe to this, well, you're a fucking bigot or you're fucking wrong. And it's like, but the earth it actually is round though. You can like fly a jet all around. It's like, well, that's just a trick by the Illuminati. The plane actually does a loop-de-loop. You see, it's like, well, where's your proof of that? Well, I have this MS Paint drawing. It's like, but I got like,
when you get to the point with your argument where there has to be this global conspiracy to make it so that's why everyone believes it to be true, then you have some serious problems.
But if the Earth were really round, why would cars be like this instead of like this?
Well, they have suspension, so it does kind of compensate for any hills or bumps in the road.
Oh,
so cars are not perfectly flat. The wheels can move up and down.
Oh.
He finally shut up and like conceded. No, really?
I'll give you that one, Ben.
What?
Yeah. Now you get an award too.
What?
We both got awards today.
What?
Ben, we gotta get Ben a trophy.
See, that's
the first time that's ever happened.
This is why I'm actually a sweet human being, sweet boy, because I'm willing to concede when I'm wrong.
No, you are not.
I just did.
You know what? You only get help when you've lost, and that is more than I can say for most of the internet. Because there's a lot of people who flat out lose. It's like, no, I didn't. Actually, I double win. Because when you proved me wrong about the color blue being blue, well, the thing is, actually, dogs see in different colors.
Well, we all see in different colors, right? Our eyes pick up different shades from the reflective light, so our blue might not be the true blue to another blue.
I'm sorry, but that light spectrum you sent me, that's just a picture, and, well, my holistic doctor tells me.
Holistic doctor.
Well, but the science part of it, we got cameras and all this tech, and, like, there's a visible spectrum of light. That's cool and all, but my friend is a veterinarian. That's a doctor, by the way. He says dogs see different colors.
So's a chiropractor. That's a doctor, too.
But chiropractors don't see dogs.
Chiropractors are blind to the dog spectrum. They're unable to see.
I know I'm making a complete straw man, but you know what I'm talking about. It's just move the goalpost. I don't care about facts. I don't care about this. I don't care about the other. It's a waste of time, frankly.
Well, it's not even, people care about facts, but they get to choose their own facts.
Oh, that is true. If you just pick certain facts out and ignore others, you can create whatever kind of fucking thing you want. You can make it look like milk kills babies.
Yeah,
because,
people who say
babies that drink milk die of what?
People who say facts and statistics can't be racist, but you cherry pick the ones that are fucking painting a picture you want to paint about race. Then you're like, oh, now race realists, because they think they have some fucking facts behind them.
That is a straw man.
That is a straw man. And by the way, the straw man is a white cis male.
All right, we're gonna move on into the news, and then we'll do the Streamlabs and Super Chats after that.
Pokemon, go to the balls!
These are all fantastic people.
TV Action News.
Yeah, do it, dog.
All right, so here's Rudy Giuliani. Oh, no. Actually, this is a different one. An ex-Trump executive says that taping conversations is normal for Trump. So Trump has been known to tape conversations with people. So for him to talk shit about other people doing it is hypocritical.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah, that doesn't sound odd at all. But if he's talking shit about it, then yeah.
I've never heard a lawyer tape a conversation before. It's criminal, possibly criminal.
With Trump and others, claiming it's evidence that Cohen is an unethical person who lacks character.
Well, I mean,
I've practiced law for a long time. If you tape record your client and you lie to your client about it, you have no character. You forfeited your character. You forfeited your law license.
You forfeited your character. This is coming from a guy who married his cousin.
Did he?
Yeah.
What were they, first cousins, though?
I think they were the good ones.
I would think just as a politician, you'd be like, you know what? I guess, love has to flee for some people. I need to, hold on to my character as the mayor of New York. So I will not marry my second cousin.
I don't really care about second cousins. First cousins is weird because they have the same grandparents. That's a little weird. Anything after that, I mean,
what if your first cousin was hotter than your second cousin, though?
I still would say that that's a little too close of a relation.
But way hotter than your second cousin.
It doesn't matter.
Like your second cousin, bit of a
you were
woofer.
so lonely that you held your pillow at night and brushed like the outside of the pillow and pretended it was girl hair, and you've been doing that for like 30 years. And
are you projecting here? What are you doing?
No, I've dated plenty of women. Most of them vanish. But that's not the point. I'm just saying, if you're very lonely.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to put myself in this hypothetical scenario, but I'm saying in normal situations, I would say distant cousins are okay. That's
a quote up there. I'll give you a quote. If I was that lonely, fuck it. If I'm gonna die alone, we'll just go ahead and fucking lot this stuff. She can get me drunk on wine while we're in the cave, and we'll just start a new civilization of brain dead idiots.
Historically, the royals have dated within the bloodlines, right? Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Great.
If it's good enough for the crown, it's good enough for the clown. You know what I'm saying?
Up front now, former vice president of Trump Plaza Casino in Atlantic City, Jack O'Donnell. And Jack, I appreciate your time tonight. Okay, so you have a view.
I want to point out that FDR and Eleanor Roosevelt, their last names were both Roosevelt before they got married. They were like third cousins, and actually. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, they were first cousins.
Barack Obama and Michelle Obama were brothers?
Been there. You say taping conversations without permission was business as usual for Trump and his team, right?
Absolutely. I think it was very well known, even going back to the John Barron tapes, which we all heard, so we knew he tape recorded his own conversations.
Have you ever seen Master of Disguise with Dana Carvey?
Are we going on a big tangent?
This guy looks like the turtle, Mr. Turtle from Master of Disguise.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
New York Post,
One more thing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
The green screen. I'm sorry, but the green screen, they had the light on too far, so if you see the side of his head, the bald head, the light's reflecting off it, you can see the green screen reflecting off his baldness.
Yeah, he has a green head. What the fuck?
Wow. No, with gossip. Sorry, continue your point.
At least they put the black outline on his shoulders.
Correct. Well, just before I became the president and chief operating officer.
Why are his shoulders uneven? Like, one of his shoulders is a perfect slanted line, and then the other one's like this weird slope.
Turtle?
What
the fuck?
He just woke up with his fucking shoulder pads on. That's why he looks like that fucking Dana Carvey thing. He's wearing like one of those suits that makes him look like he's probably like an anemic, like shriveled up thing under there.
This poor guy spent his entire life trying to be taken seriously, and we've deduced him to a fucking green-headed alien turtle weirdo in 2 seconds.
My boss at the time, Steve Hyde, came to me and said, hey, you have a lot of conversations with Donald. You're going to be on the phone a lot. Just be aware that somebody's always going to be listening. It might be recorded, and it might just be somebody else in the office listening in on the conversations. But I was very aware that your conversations were being heard by more than just Donald Trump when you spoke to him.
I mean, it's pretty incredible. You actually have talked about, Jack, you told us when you were getting ready for this interview that you swept your office for bugs more than once in a single year because you were so concerned.
Well, I did. There was a lot going on.
People
in the
who
business.
sweep their office for bugs, like, what are you saying that you need to check for fucking bugs?
Like, you mean like microphone bugs, right?
Yeah. We're trying to go check and see if someone's listening on you.
That's some serious paranoia.
That's some serious paranoia. But how deep in shit are you where you don't want someone hearing your conversation?
Pretty deep.
Like I can understand if you have some secrets for your business you're running. Like you're worried you work at Apple, you're worried Android's trying to get a leg up on you. Okay, sweep that shit. But what's this guy got to hide?
Yeah,
You
it's
little
not like
fucking.
he signed some kind of tech secret. It's like, I just designed a microchip that operates
Yeah.
at 553 megahertz and 1 nanometer. It's like, that'd be important to hide. You probably like go to a bunker and like do that, but he's probably like, Bigfoot's dick is delicious and I want it in my mouth. It's like, oh shit, did they record that? Oh no.
It's actually more like we got to pay off all these bitches
Yeah.
before they
Oh,
tell
man.
everybody about me banging all of them.
It's
And
not
So
fair. You
many
pay them to
kids I
fuck
had
and then
that
you
I
pay them to
didn't
shut up.
raise.
You know, the one that Trump was with, the Playboy model, I can't remember her name right now, but she actually was like in love with his ass, and she said that right after the first time they did it, he just tried to like give her money. Like that was just
Oh.
that's his idea of pillow talk. He was just like, here
Man.
you go.
I
You're a
hate to say it, but
prostitute.
yeah, if somebody like that was in love with me and I was just like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna pay for some fucking sex, I'd be like, oh, so you're not a whore?
No.
You want to go to dinner? Hey,
Wow.
fuck it.
If I was that rich, throwing money in a girl's face after banging her, whether she was a prostitute or not, it would make me feel better about myself. I'd be like, here's $1,500. Go buy yourself a fucking towel to wash off with. I'm sick like that though. Like, give me money and I'll abuse it. I'm
You know,
only a
maybe
sweet
Trump
boy
just
because
felt
I'm a
bad.
poor
It's like-
boy.
she's like, oh no, I don't want the money. It's like, no, you take the money. I don't get sex for free. I'm rich.
Yeah. I don't want you developing feelings. So here's
No, just like
$1,500.
the it's like, oh no. Donald Trump doesn't get anything for free. I always pay because I have the cash. So take this money and get the fuck out. And she's like, I really liked you. What you talking about? It's really interesting. Get out of here, whore. Take
There's
your
no
money.
way. There's no way that Donald Trump gave her enough money either. Like for the level of woman she is, like he shortchanged her with the offer. That's probably was the most insulting thing. He checked her $1,500, and she's like, "I'm like a $5,000 girl, dude."
I became suspicious early on when I moved into the president's office. And I did ask our security people to sweep the office. And then it did become a regular thing. Like every 6 months, I had somebody go through the office, one of our surveillance people, just to make sure. We weren't doing anything wrong, but the red flags went off a couple times when I was on calls, and some with Donald, some without him.
What do you mean red flags?
That I thought it was necessary. Well, listen, I'm not a technical guy, and I would think it would be a bad recording if you could hear sounds. But, the clicks of things going on and off at certain times in conversations, that mostly led me to believe that it was something in New York. But I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't something in my office as well.
So why do you think Trump did this? I mean, he's the one, right, that you believe was driving
So much leading. She's like, oh yeah, like, why do you think Trump did this? Is it because he was doing a lot of shady bullshit?
Is it because we're CNN?
Yeah.
You know where the conversation's going to go before we start talking?
Let's talk about Trump a little more and how much of a piece of shit he is.
So what do you think? Trump likes to fishhook women while he bangs them?
Yep.
He's talking about it like a fucking music producer talking about music is like, I think I heard a click. Freak out.
Yeah.
We weren't doing anything wrong. I just was on the phone with Mr. Trump and heard this sound. And I think he's recording me talking about my puppums. My sweet, tender puppums, Mr. Puppums.
It's
And
like
I
Dwight
wasn't
D.
doing anything
Eisenhower
wrong,
said.
But he's probably recording me.
It's like Dwight D. Eisenhower said, man. Paranoia strikes you deep into your life. It will creep.
this? I just want to be
Paranoid.
clear, right? You think that this came from the top and that this was how Donald Trump did business.
Yeah, I think it was business as usual for him. And quite frankly, Aaron, part of it was from an administrative standpoint that somebody would listen in. At the time, his administrative assistant, Norma Foderer, I think she listened to a lot of conversations, and I think that was just to keep Donald in line. But further, I've been in the room with him when he's had other people sitting in there, and he puts you in, he doesn't identify that there's other people listening in on the conversation, and so he has a voyeur piece to him.
We're gonna move on. Here's something that we can't really comment too much on, but it's interesting. And if it's dark outside right now, for anyone watching right now, maybe you should go check this out. For apparently right now, Mars is the closest it's been to Earth in the last 15 years, and it's the closest it will be for the next 200 years.
Oh, geez.
Well, this
I
week
guess
you'll
we're
want to
gonna
go outside at
Mars.
night and look up because Mars is going to be the closest it's been to Earth in years. The red planet usually about 140 million miles away, but this week it'll be only about 35 million miles
Wow.
away.
You know, that is a
Jesus.
pretty big difference.
Over 100 million miles.
We're going to get some good pictures of Mars. Hell yeah, dude.
Best
Can
view
we
was
send these
probably
people
this
there?
morning, but Greg D says that we can still see it all week.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I think it'll be in good visibility every morning. In fact, as long as you can find a patch of clear skies. Here's how to look for it. You want to look south this morning and look for the moon, then look down
This
and
gonzo
over
double
toward the
dare
right. And
shot.
you'll see this really bright orange star. That is not a star. It is Mars.
That's where the
And when
slime
it is
pit.
making this
Megan?
close approach, it does appear brighter, really sticks out. Now, the one problem this morning, take a look at the wider view here. There are a lot of clouds around, so many of you may not see a clear patch to see Mars through.
So, yeah.
I'm sorry, I get obsessed with their sets, but Mars being that close, like, yeah, if you're going to send people out there, now's the damn time.
Now would have been the time. Too bad, you know, all this bureaucracy. All this damn bureaucracy. We should have just elected Newt Gingrich. We would have already been on our way there.
But in 200 years, it'll be closer, right? So we have all this time to prepare for the next.
It's not going to happen.
What, 200 years from now? You don't think?
You think we're going to get our shit together in 200 years to get together
yeah,
to do
dude.
No.
We're at a precipice right now. We're going to have a paradigm shift.
You're right about being in piss right now. Good
I think
point.
we're going to have a catalyst. Like, maybe everything will implode on itself and everybody will have to take a little bit of an introspective look. It's like, wow, man, when I went on the internet, I turned into a real shithead. And maybe I shouldn't have did all that Bigfoot pornography. And maybe, you know, going to space is kind of more important than blowing each other up. But, I mean, you're going to have to, like, you know, am I allowed to talk about religion here?
Of course you are.
Okay.
It's just not my religion.
The Christians, Muslims, and Jews are going to have to get along.
And pagans.
Pagan situation.
Nah, pagans are cool. I think the Chinese would just flow right in. I dated a Chinese girl. She was poly-religious. She believed in every god, right? And it was cool and creepy because you couldn't make fun of any religion in front of her. But, you know, if they just adopted that shit and just all got along, that'd be nice. I can tolerate that. I'll stop making fun of God if you can all cooperate.
Did she believe in Anubis?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of
them. I got in a cab with her. She's in the cab. We took it. There's a Muslim guy driving it, and she said, "Shalom Aleichem, my brother." And that guy looked furious. I'm like, oh, God, he's going to turn into traffic or something. And she just kept talking about the Muslim faith. And I'm just like, shut up, sweetie.
Sounds like a troll to me. Like, you can really just believe in every religion. That's fine.
Well, she immigrated from, like, Chinese village to America, right? So over there, it's a lot different. But, yeah, you can be poly-religious, but it's definitely a very localized, unique thing that doesn't happen in any other country besides like China and other places to where it's generally kind of, you know, neutral. But then that's probably a bit odd.
How long did that relationship last?
Oh, a couple of years. I'm still friends with her. She's cool.
Wow. Okay.
But, you know, I make fun of religion, so.
Yeah.
Here's protesters rush podium after officers in man shooting not charged. So a guy was running away. He was armed, but he was running away. And the cops were chasing him, and they shot him. And they decided not to charge the officers in the shooting.
Following that decision in Minneapolis, no criminal charges for 2 white police officers in the shooting death of a black man who can be heard saying, "Please don't shoot me." He was armed. The disturbing...
You should have dropped the gun, though.
Body cam video showing the armed suspect running from police. And today, as prosecutors were about to declare no charges, the family and their supporters took over the podium on live TV. ABC's Alex Perez in Minneapolis.
Tonight, growing fallout in Minneapolis after the release of this body cam video showing the fatal police shooting of 31-year-old Thurman Blevins. 2 officers can be heard trying to get Blevins to put down what police say was a loaded semi-automatic handgun.
Hands up now! Stop! Put your hands up!
The officers involved
over there, man.
For the guy, like,
was he petting a doggy? What the fuck happened there?
Yeah, was he petting the dog with a gun?
I don't know.
Justin Schmidt and Ryan Kelly were responding to a call of shots fired.
Report of an intoxicated male walking around shooting a gun into the air.
Was he really doing that? All right. Well, I still don't want to. I still don't agree with them shooting him when he was running away, unless he was pointing the gun at them. But
okay, my counter argument for that, Ben, like with a gun, you could take a hostage. You could start shooting wildly. Look at all those houses there. Like, if they didn't put him down and he just started firing off into houses and hit like a couple of kids and shit like that, that'd be bad. But on the same end, they do have tasers. They do have other means of, like, you know, maybe officer 1 tasers, officer 2, like if the guy grabs a gun, then plug him or something. But that's a tough
What do you think? What do you think, Billy?
We don't know if that dog consented to being pet.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, here's my argument. They probably should have, because first of all, he was near a baby with a gun to start with, and a dog, and a lady, all unarmed, except for the pit bull. No, I'm not going to start that argument.
If these officers believed that he was shooting the gun wildly in the neighborhood from the report, what call are you going to make? The guy's out supposedly shooting the gun wildly. You pull up on him, he's petting a dog with a gun. Like, that's confusing as fuck.
It is. That is confusing.
I don't know what I would do either. The guy's running. Like, I'm fat, right? So I do think if a guy's running from me and I'm a cop being fat, I'm going to be more likely to shoot him so I don't have to run anymore.
After the officers confronted Blevins, the video shows him running away, telling the suspect
someone needs to work on these microphones, man.
What they say they spotted.
I like it.
Hands up! You got a gun! Yes, you do!
Blevins is still running, yells back.
Put your hands up!
Police say Blevins can be seen reaching for his gun inside that red circle and turning towards the officers.
Damn.
Well,
Both officers fire,
alleyway.
shooting Blevins 4 times. Blevins later dying. At a press conference today, members of a police union said the 2 officers acted heroically and believed their lives were in danger.
The whole time he's looking back, getting position on where the officers are at to acquire a target to shoot them.
At a later press conference,
That
the
sounds
county
reasonable.
prosecutor took to the podium to defend the police department. But before he could announce charges would not be filed
Here comes the
against
family.
the 2 officers, family and protesters rushed the podium, cutting him off.
We want the cops arrested within the next 48 hours and prosecuted
That's not going to happen, okay?
to the fullest degree of the law because this was murder.
And Alex Perez joined us live tonight from Minneapolis. Alex, emotions raw there. We saw the family and the protesters at that news conference today. They want justice for their family member, and the city bracing for possible more protests.
That's right, David. Another demonstration already planned for tomorrow afternoon. Family members firmly believe their loved one did not have to die here in this alley. As you heard them say right now, they believe this is murder. David?
Alex Perez in Minneapolis. Alex, thanks.
Hi.
I think that was just a picture they took, and they just like put him on the green. Says, "I'm live here," like Will Blitzer used to do. Remember the Iraqi stuff to where they set up sets and shit for him?
Out of all the police shootings I've seen, this one I have less sympathy for the guy. He's running with the gun. He didn't point the gun at them, but he was looking back. He was like, what are these cops supposed to fucking do? Like, I'll tell you what he should have done. He should have dropped to the fucking ground, dropped the fucking gun, and just go from there. The longer you're running from a cop, the more likely they are to get angry.
Drop the gun for one thing. That should be the first thing you do.
Isn't like 40% of cops?
No witnesses or anything like that. He was right next to 2 witnesses, counting the baby, 3 counting the dog. If he just gave up there, and he probably wouldn't have gotten shot, because they're probably not going to shoot the guy in front of a baby. They're going to be like, "Shit, man, there's a baby and a dog here, and a mother." Probably trying to negotiate this one out, maybe. But yeah, looking behind you while like jogging and shit, and being like, "Oh, yeah, there they are," and then you pull. It's like, yeah, I'd be fucking terrified. I'd be like, "Oh shit, he's gonna fire back. I ain't letting him get one shot off at me. Fuck that."
People who are saying that the guns are the last resort, tasers should be used before the guns. I mean, this guy had a gun. The cops chased him pretty far with that gun, him having the gun. That gave him multiple opportunities to stop. I would hope that I wouldn't do that if I was in the same situation. Gun the fucking guy down there.
I would say that a cop tasering you when you're pulling a gun on him is an act of mercy from the police officer. That means he's super fucking brave. Because I guarantee you, anybody's like, I would have just tasered him. I know everything about tasers.
Yeah.
You probably would have gotten shot.
We also
you
get the
probably
people
clipped him in the arm. The guy go, ow, shit, fucker.
We also
Bam,
get the
bam,
people.
bam.
We also get the people who like to pretend that if, when there was an active shooter situation somewhere, they're like, if I would have been there, I would have had my gun. I would have taken him out. It's like, how do you know? How do you know the cops wouldn't have killed you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have saw you and go, oh goddamn, he shot the guy. They'll think you're the active shooter and that you shot somebody trying to defend themselves, and you'll go to jail. It's like, I didn't do it, and all the people are freaked out. It's like, he's the shooter. It's like, but I was defending everybody. Why are you strapping me in this chair? Oh shit.
Was that in Florida, they said, or do we know where?
They said where, but I don't remember.
Like, some states have open carry, but I don't think that works if you're running from the police with your gun open.
Right.
I think you have to stop and subject yourself to a...
Well, they said they saw him reaching for it, too.
Well, there's a deal about a gun license is that even with a handgun and it's a concealed carry, unless you're in an open carry state, and even then in an open carry state, pulling in front of a cop is a fucking stupid thing to do. People go into restaurants here all the time with their assault rifles out. They go to Chipotle and it's like, it's an open gun demonstration with their fucking loaded assault rifles in front of kids. I like my guns, but come on, assholes. Fuck, there's kids there. But even then, man, those people...
Oh, it was Minnesota. It was in Minnesota. Yeah.
Minnesota, that may be open carry, but even then, when you're running from the cops and they're saying stop, I think your open carry license kind of expires when they say,
video,
you have a gun, stop!
It looked like in the video after he started running that he was like doing a spin take around and like did a spin and then started running away again to like assess the situation. They saw the gun on the fucking guy. I don't like defending police, but like you have to realize the police are fucking wild animals. The police are allowed to carry guns. You
know what?
They're the highest rate of domestic abuse among any profession is among fucking police. You're dealing with people that are supercharged, putting their lives on the line every fucking day, and you want to provoke the fucking lion? You want to provoke the beast?
You know, Billy, did you leak those pictures of me sucking on your teat? Because there's a weird troll in the chat that keeps talking about it, and I feel betrayed.
Those were Patreon only.
Is that revenge porn that you're using against me now?
No, those for my Patreon.
Is that revenge porn?
If you're a
because
patron,
there's a guy that just keeps talking about it in the chat. He must know something.
No. If he got it through the patron and he's out there sharing it, that's against patron's terms of service, dude.
Billy.
He's spamming it. He truly knows something I don't know.
Would you please not share Ben
Say
sucking
it
my
ain't
titty
so.
pictures?
Billy,
That's
this
for
is a place
patron
for
only.
friends, and you
Patron
turned it into
only.
a den and inequity and hatred.
Revenge porn. I was just trying to suck on your teat and be a sweet boy.
I don't think it's revenge if we never had a falling out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That will hold up in court.
It's justification porn.
Yeah,
right.
it's not revenge porn. It's like justice porn. Like a politician takes a bribe, so we're just gonna release pictures of his dick on the internet instead of putting him in jail. I like that idea.
Oh man, is that shit gonna be? That shit's gonna be. That's gonna be created now. Justification porn. It started here. All right.
Wasn't Revenge of the Nerds? Wasn't there a revenge porn subplot in Revenge of the Nerds?
Maybe.
Yeah. The main nerd raped that guy's girlfriend by pretending to be him with a mask on, and then after he's inside, he's like,
and released her nudes inside of a pie.
He could have gone to prison.
That's true. Yeah, they sold pies.
Yeah, revenge porn of the nerds. Like that's really what it should have been called.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
For real.
Rape of the nerds, because dressing up as somebody's boyfriend and then fucking them in a bouncy castle and be like, I'm not your boyfriend. That's
But then she fell for him and she was with him.
Yeah.
Because
I guess it would turn out okay. But what if she didn't fall for him? What if she's like, oh my god,
There's
a funny ending too, huh?
There's a very fine line between Me Too and Shoot Your Shot.
Speaking of that, the CEO of CBS is in deep shit now, which I'm fine.
Not Sumner Redstone. It's the other guy, Les Moonves.
Yeah, and I'm
one of them. Fuck them.
Yeah, and I don't care because they fucking took away our streaming for 90 days.
I'm glad
so
to hear
whatever.
that.
And they're not even aware. You know, they're not even aware. It's just a fucking automated service. Some poor, probably unpaid interns like, oh yeah, we do the copyright thing today.
They know. They sued my billionaire back when I was working for the billionaire dude. They sued him big time, and he would always try and fuck with these dudes. And now to hear that they're little Me Too finaglers.
In just a few hours, the CBS
Good to
Board
hear.
of Directors will meet to
Sickos.
consider the fate of their CEO, Les Moonves, after allegations of sexual misconduct by at least 6 women. The women spoke to Ronan Farrow. In a piece for The New Yorker, Moonves issued his own statement, saying, in part, throughout my time at CBS, we have promoted a culture of respect and opportunity for all employees and have consistently...
I like how he's like, yeah, you know what, though? Like, I promoted all kinds of women. All kinds of broads got promoted under me, them and their sweet asses. Yeah.
I found success elevating women to the top of my dick. See, that's the part that
Yeah, they left that part out. They
elevating women to top executive positions across the country. I recognize that there were times decades ago when I may have made some women uncomfortable by making advances. Those were mistakes, and I regret them immensely. But I always understood and respected and abided by the principle that no means no. And I have never misused my position to harm or hinder anyone's career.
I've always abided by the position.
This guy's ruined tons of lives. He has to. He's a CEO of CBS.
I've
It's
always-
partially his job to ruin lives.
I've always abided by the position that no means no renewal on your.
I've
your
always abided by the
television
reverse
series.
cowgirl position.
Racist. Inappropriate.
You know, his wife is Julie Chen.
I don't know who that is.
She's a journalist. She's the host of you know that show that's the ripoff of The View? It's called The Talk.
The Talk, yeah.
Yeah, she's the main host of that.
Investigative journalist Ronan Farrow joins us now. Good morning, Ronan.
Good morning.
So, what are these women
Hello,
alleging
Billy,
that
age
Les
9.
Moonves did?
Yeah, you know what? This is Mia Farrow's son. They don't know who his dad was, though. He says Frank Sinatra, or that people hint that it might have been Frank Sinatra that was actually his father, because she was with Frank before she was with Woody Allen.
I bet you Frank Sinatra Me Too'd the shit out of some women.
Oh, fuck yeah, he did. It was Frank Sinatra.
Oh, yeah.
So did Woody Allen.
It was a different time.
These are very serious allegations, Allison, and 2 of these women term what they went through assault. And I think have a fair case that it would be within the conventional definitions of assault. You know, we were talking about encounters in which women allege they were pinned down and struggled to escape.
This guy's bread and butter is this shit now.
Oh, yeah.
And there's his wife, by the way, Julie Chen.
It's serious stuff, but I also...
Oh, no. She's, I mean, like, this is another thing like what I say with Trump. If this dude was the manager at the local hardware store, he would not have a woman that looks like that.
Yeah,
but
she wouldn't.
That fucking like coat she has on that probably costs more than all of our lives combined.
She wouldn't have a coat like that if she was dating the fucking dude at the hardware store.
I also want to point out
be a
that
live dog.
in some of these cases, more than the initial incident, these are women who said what was scarring was the threats of retaliation, that there appeared to be a pattern of saying, you know, this is going to harm your career. And I think that's worth all of us looking at in a corporate context.
And not only the threats of this is going to harm your career, I mean, these women allege that it did harm their career.
Well, I'm glad you...
I mean, okay, but let's look at who he's married to. She hosts a fucking show on what network? CBS. So it did wonders for her career, didn't it?
Yeah,
she put a ring on it.
Letting this guy put his dick inside of you leads to, you know, you getting gifts and whatnot. Maybe
And that's the problem.
Maybe there should be some kind of like rule against giving special jobs to people who you put your dick inside of or sit on dicks, you know.
Think of all the actresses that didn't get a pilot run because they wouldn't tickle the Moonves. That's the
even
Moonves.
worse. Think of all the ones who did, and the guy's like, she's pretty good, but she's not fit for the role, so she sucks a mean dick, though. I tell you, it's like watching Billy suck ham off a bone, man. I'm like, But
have you seen him? He talks like he's seen it.
Ham bone?
You sucking ham off a bone?
Probably another video I did on my.
Is that a Patreon?
It's probably another Patreon video.
Is that real, Billy? Because that's just something I see at restaurants.
I think.
Like, I seen this fat chick sucking on a fucking rib, and I'm like, oh my God.
Honestly, though, I'm tired of the whole... we're at the point now where anonymous accusations can ruin someone's career. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
Like
Chris Hardwick.
Enzo Amore.
Enzo Amore lost his spot in WWE.
His PR team, he was a big YouTuber. He was doing really good. And a woman accused him of assault. Turns out it was just false accusations, but his PR team told him, don't respond. Don't say that it didn't happen. None of that. And fucking tank, dude. Like, his channel went to shit. He lost all his deals. He lost a book deal. All of it went away.
Somebody tried to do that.
Stood up to it.
Somebody tried to do that to Maynard from Tool. He had a great response for it, but some anonymous Twitter account accused him of, like, raping them years ago, and people just buy into it. People want to believe this shit.
Yeah, Boogie is under scrutiny right now.
He is?
Because he was.
There's a video of a lady, and she's just standing there going, "Yeah, I'm not going to mention his name, but he was abusive, and he made me stay at his house, and he was mean, and he made me stay at his house." It's like, well, why don't you just fucking walk out? And
yeah,
I mean, even then, Boogie. His right arm's fucked. Like, he's got, like, health problems. He can't force you to do anything. And also,
no,
you're not mentioning money or anything for some reason. Could it be? And let's say Boogie is hiring an escort. Well, then you're a fucking escort. So,
well,
do
she
your
wasn't.
job.
She wasn't an escort. She was just a girl that he met online, and I think she wanted something more out of the relationship, and. They were on. They were together for 10 months or 10 weeks.
When did this allegedly happen?
The beginning of the year. I honestly, I'm friends with both of them. I'm friends with Boogie. I met her through Boogie.
Oh, is this the same one?
This is a girl that was with Boogie back in like the end of December.
Was she praising him and now she's bashing him?
Well, she put this video out like complaining. About some things, and then she immediately deleted it, and now everybody on the internet is like, speculation. I think what happened was Boogie was joking.
It was fucking mean-spirited as fuck, dude. Like, it was definitely meant to be like a fucking hit piece from shit, and at the end of it, she...
The video she did, she ended it with, your favorite hooker, bye. I think she was just jealous that Boogie was going around joking about being with hookers, and she straight up, like, she wanted to be with Boogie, and he just thought things were going too quick.
If she is genuinely sorry, then she can make a genuine apology. But until then, sweeping it under the rug just shows guilt. Like, people just need to be more honest. If you're not guilty of something, say you're not guilty. If you're sorry about something, say that you're sorry. Don't just, like, delete, like, Mr. Bigfoot.
You pointed that out because in some of these cases, it's not a gray area. Look, Ileana Douglas, whose allegation in part Leslie Moonves has confirmed, was fired after this from her deal with CBS and obtained a settlement. And, we looked at the documentation for that. That absolutely happened and is not disputed. CBS disputes why she was fired and why the settlement happened. But what her lawyer and a lot of people who were involved in the process at the time recall is that this happened right after what she at the time was calling a sexual assault, and that they all knew about that.
And on that same point, Ileana Douglas is an interesting case to look into, because when Les Moonves in his statement says, I always respect...
I'm sorry, but that was settled.
I hope Kaylee Kuko didn't have to do any weird shit to get her spot on the Big Bang Theory.
Man, just thinking of Sheldon going, bazinga, 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 makes you just want to fucking die.
Sheldon's a homosexual.
Here's a weird one.
Oh, that's cool.
This is some guy doing a press conference after he went to jail. Let's actually... hold on a second. I think shit's acting weird. I'm gonna have to take down VLC and bring it back up again. Give me just a second here.
I'm gonna grab a frosted beverage. I got the wireless headphones on. I'll be
Do
right
your
back.
thing.
I'm thirsty.
Neighbor News 9.
Yeah, but that Pharaoh guy, man, he. I mean, what would he be doing with his career if there wasn't this kind of shit to report every week?
He's riding the wave, man. He's like, and actually right now, men, they love women, and they love women too much, and then they take advantage of women, and now they're bad. Okay. Les Moonves probably abuses power. I think that's pretty obvious that he's capable. But we need to remember that it's not guilty until you're proven innocent.
It is now. I mean, you're convicted by the court of public opinion.
You are.
Get back in your cage!
Consider
guys.
All right.
Back.
Thanks for joining us.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so I was watching this and I'm like, is this a troll? I can't tell if this is a troll or if this is real. Tell me. Like, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, is this real?
There, well, I get everything set up, and this is the suspect from yesterday's chase that ended in the violent crash. He did a jailhouse news conference today. So this is Mitchell Table, the 31-year-old responsible for leading DPS officers on that chase and then rolling the red Jeep Grand Cherokee that he was in.
All right, so listen to this guy. He's going to claim that it's okay to kill police officers.
Look at him.
Hold on. I'm going to stand here and talk. All the cameras are going already. I'd like to talk about probable cause. There is no probable cause in this case. You're already recording. Just keep going.
We can't hear you, though. We have to have a microphone.
Our mics are over here. Your mics are over there.
Yeah.
You're recording now.
We just want to hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
How
you.
you doing there?
Good. How are you?
Channel 3 and 5?
No, channel 15.
15. Okay.
Yes.
We got a few people there.
Yes.
All right. Good to see you. All right.
Good to see you. What's up?
Do you want to sit down? Do you want to sit down?
Do you have relatives in the media business? You look so familiar.
Extreme
no, I'll
close
stand.
up.
I'll stand.
So you're just.
What's your address?
Okay, I'm ready to go. All right, I just want to say there's no probable cause. It's absolutely legal to resist arrest with force to the extent of taking an officer's life if necessary. That is federal law. That is U.S. Supreme Court case law that states that. And I want to go back to the beginning and just say there was no probable cause or reasonable suspicion or a traffic violation to make this stop in the first place. So I did not stop the vehicle. It was an unlawful attempt to make an unlawful arrest. It was an unlawful arrest, and there is no probable cause. I called the mayor. I tried to get him on the phone to resolve the situation. I also called 911. I left a report. I told them that they were attempting to make an unlawful arrest to call their officers back. Their officers did turn off their lights and back off for a bit. Then at the very end, when I got off the highway there, they drove off the highway. They had their lights off. An unmarked vehicle attacked me abruptly, bumped into the vehicle. So I sped off to, resist the unlawful arrest. And an accident ensued and got out of the vehicle and was arrested. So anyways, one more thing I was missing. Oh yeah, a detective called me after I called 911. He was not able to tell me why they were attempting to make the stop in the first place. He couldn't justify probable cause. There was none whatsoever. He couldn't have a reasonable conversation about why they wanted to stop me in the first place. So I think that sums it all up. I would like to either get like a pro bono federal civil lawyer, or I have a relative, Scott Taybell in Wisconsin, who could file a suit from Chicago and subpoena all the evidence from the case, including the 911 call, including the conversation with the detective. The phone call to the mayor was probably recorded. They can subpoena all the helicopter camera footage and the police reports and anything that's been written down by the district attorney's office. So I'd like to file a suit against the city.
Why are they giving this guy a platform? Like, why does he get to spew his madness? Just because it's interesting?
It's because he's white, Ben.
Are you going to give an honest answer?
White criminals get press reports, get press releases. It's privilege, Ben.
Look, he say he's got a neck up on the competition, right?
But I mean, it's Phoenix. They wanted to interview him, and he's giving them the interview. Like, it's not unprecedented for criminals to be able to speak to the press, right? Like, that happens when their lawyers are like, okay, speak. The lawyers say don't speak because when you don't speak, you're more likely to not have this shit used against you in court. He doesn't have a lawyer. He's asking for a state lawyer.
He's trying to find a lawyer.
He's asking for his cousin Scott to come from, like, what, Minnesota or something?
I'd like my cousin Scott to join me.
Cousin Scott could be here. He could represent me.
Can his mom, my Aunt Sue, come out too?
We're going to bring Pepsi and Pizza Hut, and we're going to have a court hearing, and then we're going to recess, right? I love recess.
The cops are all for this. They're like, let's just give him enough rope to fucking hang himself.
Yeah, well, you're going to need a really big rope.
For that neck?
I can't. I'm not dropping off the neck thing. His neck's the length of his head. It bothers me.
I was wondering what happened to Jeffrey the giraffe after
and against
Toys
the
R Us
district
closed
attorney's
down.
office and proceed that way and file for a federal injunction against any prosecution coming from the city if they do not immediately drop the charges and release me now.
Someone said, why should he not have a platform? It's like, okay, well, I didn't say he shouldn't have one. I'm saying, why are they giving him one? And the only reason they're doing it is because he's insane and they know people will watch. He's spewing bullshit that we all know is wrong. Okay?
It's not that you shouldn't have a platform. It's that you're stupid to take the platform. It's like,
right.
We're going to try to shoot you with 3 bullets, but we got a box of bullets over there, and you're welcome to play with them. And if some happen to fall out on the table, well, we're going to keep them.
Well, he said it was an unmarked car, right?
Yeah, but they're cops drive unmarked cars.
But if they didn't announce themselves as cops, he might have a case.
No, okay.
I have a friend. I have a friend who got chased down by.
I have a friend too that says you're wrong.
My friend got chased down.
My friend says your friend was wrong.
Okay, well, my buddy got chased down by 4 cops that were in an unmarked car,
a guy, Billy.
and they weren't dressed, and they tried to fucking kill him, and he shot out their tires and got away, and he beat the case. Not allegedly, he beat the case. So like
he beat the case. That's a federal crime to beat somebody. That's assault.
Okay, you guys are cute. You guys are cute. Fuck it. Let's not talk about anything serious to the situation. It's cool.
Whatever, you do this all the time.
This is cute. I have a friend. I have a friend. Oh, okay.
My friend says your friend is wrong.
I'm just saying, man. It's not unprecedented for someone who gets attacked by the police in an unmarked vehicle to get away with this because the police didn't properly inform themselves they were officers.
Well, Billy, we don't find enough on this show,
Hold on.
so I think this is good entertainment.
Oh, hold on. My friend is calling. What? Billy's friend is full of shit? What? Hold on. What? Billy's friend probably doesn't even really exist? Okay,
Yeah,
friend.
he is
Thank
full of
you.
shit.
Yeah.
Hello?
Completely
Hello?
bullshit. Oh, God. Who's on the line? Who's this?
Hello,
Are
is-
we being
hello?
tapped in?
Is
Yeah.
this my friend? Wait, what? There's a Snorlax in Festus, Missouri right now? What? You got the wrong number, dude.
Holy shit.
Shit, I gotta hang up on this call.
I'm glad your friend called. So we're going to read some Streamlabs before we move on with the show and get into crazy people. And then don't forget, later tonight, the $50 plus patrons are going to play a round of trivia. The winner gets a $100 Amazon gift card, and they don't have to wait months for it like our old contests. I will just send it to them immediately after the show. Fidel, $1, sitting back eating Tolbarone, smoking hella weed.
Oh, fucking Tolbarone and a fucking joint. That sounds awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
Where the fuck is the goat? I don't know. I don't know what people want. Some people love him. Some people hate him. I'll tell you what. His channel is blowing up. Digby's channel is blowing the fuck up. But I don't know if that's just for autistic people who believe they're animals or what. Hypothesis, $5. Long as we're going to give rest in peace, Rip Nicola and Grandmaster Sexay. We read that earlier. Yes, rest in peace, guys. Hypothesis, $5. Nikolai died in his 70s, just so you know, Hellbent. Nikolai Volkov, the fake Russian. I think he was actually Polish.
Good. Yeah, I want to know if it's wrestlers' death or not, because frankly, it is really sad when you hear those guys like die in their 40s from like kidney failure because of all the pain medications they got to take because they're constantly being thrown around for entertainment. So
speaking of
when everyone lives to be in their like 70s or 80s, I'm like, that's fucking awesome, dude. That's a full fucking life, and they deserve it.
Jesus Christ gave us $6.66. Glad you made it out alive, Ben Pie. Jesus is always watching over you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus Christ. You're way better than that poser skeptical Jesus.
Jesus is watching and laughing.
Who's
at your
always
surgery.
making unclever, trolly comments. Hypothesis $5. Is Games your Lawvon mixer? I don't know. I don't think he's moved on to that platform yet. I think he's still streaming on vid.me.
Did he ever get his Xbox? Games you love.
Games you love. Oh, hell yeah. Watch me play World of Warcraft with my wife as I beat the shit out of her for not protecting her zone, dumb bitch.
You know what I'm going to do?
My trailer.
I'm going to play Brett Keane tonight.
Yay!
I am. And the reason is I'm tired of these fucking spurgs. I'm not going to do it again until the Patreon gets back up to 5,000. But tonight, for all the retards that think everyone else wants to watch Brett Keane, but in reality it's just you, I'm going to play it for you tonight.
Thank you, Ben. I want to watch Brett Keane. Yay!
Yay!
And for everybody watching, I want you to comment how much you love that Ben played Brett Keane.
Yay! Thank you, Ben.
Let's see what we got here. Hey Billy, my Xbox gamer tag is XTF Luminary Bread. XTF LUMINARYBRED. It'd be awesome to sail with ya.
Sail. I played once and I sucked at it.
What is it?
No.
Sea of Thieves.
Okay, the deal with Sea of Thieves, I'll be really quick about this. The servers are in Britain. There's very few people playing it. Sometimes you have to server hop, right? Sometimes you'll get in there. There's nobody in there. The entire concept of the game is people go to get treasure, and you fuck them up. You fuck up their hour-long progress and shoot them out of the fucking water, make them scream and be angry at you, right? Outside of that, there's nothing to it. If you just go out there to sail your fucking ship and have fun, it's boring as fuck. What you do is you go out there, see some people who got some treasure, and fuck their day up. And when you do that, it feels so great. I will take you guys on the most magical of sea adventures if you allow me to. But yeah, you have to do it during a specific time of day because there's only about 20 people who play it. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Dead man. Oh, no. Hold on. Hypothesis again. Marks are the SJWs to Vince Russo's Donald Trump. Sure, since Vince Russo deserves plenty of shit thrown at him, but SJWs have too much blind hatred. So he's saying people have too much blind hatred for Vince Russo. I don't know. I think you have a very warped idea of reality. Dead man $5. Billy is like the Juggalo kid in this video. They were talking about you with the gun to your head earlier. They're comparing you to the Juggalo kid.
I don't think so. I disagree.
Interesting point of view.
All of the world are bitches.
We're bitches. Queen Tide Pod $5. That shoulder thing is called I don't know how to pronounce
Torticulosis?
Torticulosis, a disfigurement
Torticollis?
in the shoulders and neck caused by severe muscle spasms. I have temporary torticulosis, meaning that for me, it comes and goes. It's really painful. I don't know if that guy actually had it, though, or if his suit just didn't
I think
fit
he just
him.
had cheap shoulder pads for his suit.
Hypothesis $5. You should have played the I Love... What is it? Oh, I Love China voice clip when Hellbent was talking about the poly-religious girl. I love China.
I love China.
I love China.
All right, so we read all the fucking Streamlabs. If you want to keep them coming, feel free to do so. On with
My
the
heart
show.
breaks so many eggs share.
On with the show.
I can say one thing. I've only interacted with one of these cocksuckers, and it was an unpleasant experience, to say the least.
I am so glad that President Trump issued a pardon to the Hammonds. Who are the Hammonds? They are the victims of the most despicable false prosecution that I have ever heard of. The Hammonds were ranchers in Oregon, and to protect their ranch from a wildfire, they set a counterburn on their property so that when the wildfire reached their land, there would be a buffer zone with nothing to burn. A standard Forest Service firefighting tactic. The Hammonds, like the Bundys, had been fighting government land officials, and when their backburn got off their ranch and burned up a small portion of federal land, the federal government saw an opportunity to punish the Hammonds, and even though they were convicted of a minor criminal offense for letting the fire get off their property, the feds came zooming in and charged them with terrorism and forced the judge to give them a long prison term. Thank you, President Trump, for doing the right thing. The Hammonds should have been freed a long time ago. In fact, the reason the Bundys went up to Oregon and took over the Malheur building was to draw attention to the railroading of the Hammonds. And it was working. Until Lavoy Finicum decided to make it all about him.
Fucking Lavoy Finicum
announced to his friends that he was going to commit suicide by cop, and that was exactly what he did. In the ensuing hysteria, the Hammonds were completely forgotten about. They sat in prison until Donald Trump set them free. How many other innocent Americans are sitting in prison? Rick Light...
A lot, but I'm pretty sure you and me.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you and me would disagree on how many of them are actually innocent. I would probably say more of them are than you would.
It's like, well, see, these guys started a fire and it burnt a bunch of shit down, but that other guy, he sold a fucking dime bag.
Yep. He deserves to be in prison.
A respected militia commander in Texas called me and told me of a case that he is assisting with. It appears that Charles Allen Dyer, a United States Marine, is in prison because his vindictive ex-wife filed a false report that Charles had molested their daughter. Now, I'm not real familiar with the Dyer case, but I am well aware of multiple false accusations of rape and child abuse, especially in divorce cases. There are people out there who will tell Hillary Clinton-sized whoppers to get custody of their kids.
Hillary Clinton-sized whoppers? I am familiar with many child molestation accusations because I've been accused multiple times. My name's Mild Bill.
I mean,
my name's Child Bill.
I hate to say, but if he's going to make the argument, which is a valid one, maybe, the accusation shouldn't immediately land you in prison, then how come you dredge out the Hillary Clinton one? Not that I think that she's an innocent soul or anything like that, but I mean, like, do you see where it doesn't apply for the other side with this guy?
Well, I just like the only excuse he has for this guy's actions is that people lie about abuse. Like, he's not giving any other points here. He's just like, people lie about that all the time.
I mean, people are lying. People say that same shit about Donald Trump, but you don't hear, as Bill Clinton. There's a good one. I was just trying to dredge one up. Didn't take me very long. If somebody said, yeah, Bill Clinton probably did something like that, we'd go, Bill Clinton's a fucking sex pervert maniac. And then, well, Donald Trump, he's just, hey, he's all right.
Well, at least Donald Trump pays his women.
Or at least attempts to pay them.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky couldn't even afford dry cleaning. That's unfortunate. She was an intern. That means she was unpaid.
Yeah, she just had to walk around with jizz stains on her,
nice
dress.
She got a free cigar.
Well, you get a cigar at any any hospital. When someone has a baby, they give out free cigars. This girl took a mouthful of baby.
Solo and just skateboarded away.
Means getting daddy put in prison on a false charge, so be it. I encourage Americans to follow the Charles Dyer case. Rick Light wants it to make it to the desk of President Trump, and public outcry is the best way to make that happen. So go to Rick Light's Facebook page and get on board with him. I am very encouraged that President Trump is looking at injustice and is not afraid to use his power as president to right some grievous wrongs. It wasn't the Russians who interfered in the election, it was God. And the good Lord above gave us a president with a heart for doing the right thing.
Dude, God
did. This is Wild Bill for America.
Out and he's fucking hacking.
God gave us Trump, and Trump delivered. God delivered Trump's sweet dick to all of those women out there too. Yeah.
It's the Lord's way.
Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.
At least he's got a good camera. At least he's figured out his lighting. Because last time we saw the guy, you heard like the fucking wind and the lighting was off. But now he's like, you know what? I bought like a $9,000 DSLR camera. Maybe I ought to like stand in the daylight in a slight shade and focus the lens and, you know, not stand out in the middle of a fucking windy air. I don't know.
His windstorm.
My name is Dr. Gonzalez, and I'm in 3D. Do I connect? Oh.
He's doing it on purpose now. Remember the other one? He was like, oh. Let's watch it one more time.
This guy already.
Yeah, he's great.
My name is Dr. Gonzalez, and I'm in 3D.
I love the smile on his
Do
face
I
after he does it.
connect?
Oh.
Oh.
He's got the face for it too. Like he kind of looks like a fucking Pixar Disney 3D animated character. You know what I mean?
A little bit, but
Am I-
he's wearing
am I
he's
an
wearing
asshole
3D
here?
he's wearing 3D glasses.
Fuck this
Everything
guy.
humanity has accomplished
Oh my
beyond
God.
basic survival has been motivated by a fundamental and irreducible fear of non-existence. Our conception of self and self-esteem generally is simply a box.
He's a midget actually. Look at his look at his finger. I'm not sorry. Look at his fingers. Look at the weird way his fingers curl. Look at that.
He had like a angle on his green screen. I didn't.
Maybe we should start calling him Corpse Puppet.
And he's wearing eyeliner on the bottom.
He does look like a puppet, though.
Yeah, he looks like Howdy Doody. You know, he's the
Like God's
Romanian
Howdy
Howdy Doody.
Offer against the anxiety that comes with recognizing that we will cease to be. Culture is just a massive shared delusion to mitigate our fear of the unknown and
Does he have some
ultimately
sort of
of
effect
death.
that makes him look
Thus,
thinner
we
or
want to
something?
imagine
Why do his
certain
fingers
works of
get
art
warped
as
like
timeless.
that? What is going on with those hands? It's like they go into a circus zone where it's a funhouse mirror.
Billy, you know, like Lovecraft, where they say like the geometry of the object was indescribable and horrific, and it ruined. I'm feeling some Lovecraft here. I think this guy's probably familiar with it. He's got some eyeliner on, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Place value in family lines and offspring to project ourselves beyond death. We take comfort in our value systems and the structures that arise from them, whether that's through conceptions of biological kinship, national or political identity, religious faith, etc. This includes belief in the inherent value of ensuring the future of humanity through scientific progress. Indeed.
Oh my God, his eyeliner got smeared.
He's fucking dying right before our eyes.
I talk shit, but his background effect is cooler than mine.
You're so positive, Hellbent. So positive.
Cut that shit out.
Okay, fuck this little midget. I want to put him in a suitcase and slam it up against a brick wall for 5 hours.
All right, there we go.
Much of modern Western life is devoted to the avoidance of death. The various euphemisms and stock phrases in mourning, the entire funeral home industry that serves to remove death from the ordinary course of life, from the home
Where's
and
the
onto
gun
the
at,
embalming
corpse midget?
table or into
Where's
the
the
crematorium.
cake, corpse midget?
We build up the artifice to avoid the brutal reality. In short, everything that humans have done and will ever do is motivated by nothing more than our existential terror in confronting death. Well, except us, emos. We want to die. We seek death. We are different.
I hate this so
Do you
much.
dare to be different?
So what? He's emo, guys. He's
That's
emo.
fine.
pandering.
That's
His pandering to the
fucking
emo
bullshit
crowd.
Argument, though, if you're seeking death, then how come you're alive? And why are you inside?
Do
Why
you
aren't you
dare
like
to
bungee
be
jumping or
emo?
like fucking snowboarding or something?
He's pandering to the emo crowd
Are you
because
ready
he
to be
thinks
part
emo
of the
girls
emo
are the only
army?
ones that will deal with him.
Subscribe now.
Because he
Or
looks
don't.
like a fucking pocket-sized Gomez Adams.
I was just about to say he looks like he looks like a Funko Pop Gomez Adams.
This is a Funko poop.
It's your choice.
Hey guys.
Oh.
Hey guys, I had to buy a green screen, so I couldn't afford a microphone. Maybe next episode you will understand my already broken English.
Hi everybody, welcome to Jay Showcase. Today, I'm going to tell you why I don't take karate. I've said many times before, I was extremely small as a kid, and I used to get picked on and bullied a whole lot. I'm getting called names. I used to get punched at, I used to get picked up, I used to get thrown around, and it was really, really hard. You know, basically I had no choice. I was in fact the smallest guy in the entire country. I must have only weighed about 70 pounds going into high school, and I was well under 5 foot tall.
You know, at one point, this guy, his eyes weren't cocked. He had regular eyes, but somebody threw him like a fucking bowling ball, and it knocked his eyes sideways. Because that's what you do to little dudes, right? You just toss them. You toss little dudes. You can't help it. I would hate to be a little dude. I would. I feel bad for them.
I would, but I do want his hair.
Why?
Because I don't have any.
Yeah, I really want. I really want the Kato Kalin haircut on the Andy
Kato
Rooney.
Kalin, damn.
Anything's better than being bald, but yeah, he does kind of look like a hedgehog.
This guy looks like David Spade would kick the shit out of him.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Mouth, so I really drew attention. So I used to get picked on a lot and didn't know what to do about it. Basically, there's two different ways to dealing with problems. Way number one, do nothing. And way number two, which is promoted a lot, which is learn how to defend yourself. I have to admit, I was attracted to movies like Karate Kid, watching a little guy who was getting picked.
He was attracted to
on, take on the world. When it comes to self-defense,
I have to admit, I was always attracted to kids.
People think, well,
Yeah,
you know what,
muted at the right
karate or
time.
taekwondo or something like that, that's the way to learn how for the little guy to be the tough guy. In particular, the Asian martial arts are known to be the best way for people who are small to defend themselves. I got into it, and I thought, you know what, I gotta learn how to do this too. I ended up taking karate, taekwondo, aikido, jiu-jitsu, and a whole bunch of other ones trying to learn.
How did you have time to take all of those?
Because all he did was he elected to take the free class that comes at every school.
He obviously didn't learn any of them very well.
He probably didn't go to any of the
Quite
classes.
honestly,
He
I didn't
probably
last
the bullies and was like, I know taekwondo. And they was like, fuck you.
I wouldn't trust this guy to hold a ladder steady for me, let alone have my back in a fight.
Look at his light switch. It's broken.
In either of them.
Everything
Only a few
about this
months at a
gentleman
time,
is
and I
broken.
would sort of burn out. There's
Oh,
some
I
problems with karate.
I love how he has the chair in the background with the padding on it to show that he's got like hemorrhoids or something, because he can't just sit straight down on a chair. He's got to have foam padding to protect his little boy anus. This poor guy's been torn up 3 ways from Sunday. I feel bad for him now.
Kicked, if you know what I'm talking about.
I think there's more than a kicking. Kicking, if you spelled kick with a D. This guy got a deep kicking.
Just sees a white Astro van. He's like, nah, man, I could use a ride. It's like, no, I'm not a little kid. I swear I'm 40. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck.
This guy is like, this isn't even a large refrigerator either. This guy's got a, because if you look at the door hinge, the refrigerator is, I don't know, probably about, I would say 5 feet tall. This guy's 4 foot. This guy's 4'3", and he's a former child actor. He was Kato Kalin's twin brother that got consumed in the womb and then shat out. Poor little thing.
Little feller.
Poor little
He's
thing.
just a little guy, man. He's just a little guy.
And the other martial arts for me. Number one being is that, you know, you have to learn how to spar. I was excellent with all the technical details, but I couldn't spar. You know, once I actually had to get into a fight, one punch from somebody would knock me right out.
Okay. I do kind of want to see that on tape of him going, you shut up about me, and somebody just decks the fuck out of him. He's like, ah!
Yeah. I was good at the technical details of all the martial arts, but when it came time to spar, one punch would knock me out. Dude, you are not a fighter. The fact that you exist says something about your parents and the probability of your genetic line going any further to get you there. Like his dad, all right, must have been, I hate to say it, he must have been date raped by his mom. Because there's no way this gentleman was conceived by toxic masculinity. This is a product of toxic femininity, straight up.
Well, just imagine being like at the gym with your coach or sensei, and you're like, okay, dude, it's your turn to spar. It's like, okay, cool, we're gonna spar. Who am I gonna spar against? Like that guy's like, oh. All right. The guy taking aggressive approach where he's like, okay, time to, he's like,
They had this guy spar with the preteens and he still got his ass kicked.
Oh, he's at the kids like judo class for like 8-year-olds.
I was really good at the technical aspect of martial arts. The technical aspect, but when it came to application, I was a weak, brittle, pussy little bitch.
Like,
fuck.
I kind of get what he's saying, like the technical aspect of martial arts, like this is how you trip somebody, right? But if you don't have like the physical ability to do it, it doesn't mean anything. He would be much better served with like a fucking taser or something like that. That's what weapons are made for. Are wars with little guys like this.
You can have all the knowledge of martial arts you want, but if you try that shit on me, I'm just gonna kneel on your body. I'm gonna lay across you. I've went one-on-one with people that are like judo and jujitsu and all types of shit, and all I got to do is fat on them. I just have to lay across their body.
This guy on the way to the fridge.
Oh, him? Yeah, but I'm talking like an actual average-sized human being with training. I will just fat on you. I will suffocate you in one of my man tits. No fear.
I admit, Bill, if I had to fight you, I wouldn't go for body shots and be like, well, I ain't working shit.
It ain't. And for you to get me, you have to get in my vicinity, which just gives me the advantage because I'm not chasing after you. I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna sit there and try and get rope-a-doped. You're coming to me.
Like fucking Ornstein and Smoke in Dark Souls. You got to take out.
Yeah.
You got to take out Smoke first and worry about Ornstein.
You come within arm's reach of me, and you're asking for trouble. I will fucking eat you.
They teach you self-respect, and they teach you respect in general. I was great at that. I would go to the dojo and I really did respect my senseis. I was excellent at doing the different patterns because a lot of that was just memorization and movement. I didn't get to much other than a yellow belt or a green belt before I ended up giving up. I used to try out the old karate kick.
Fucking A.
Oh, I wonder why this guy got his ass kicked.
This guy... Remember Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
Yeah.
Like, there's the little dude. Like, this guy would get his ass kicked by the fucking referee.
Glass Joe would just, like, one-punch him.
Oh, man.
That being said, I think Life's been kicking this guy's ass every day of his life.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He does have experience in fighting, but... And like he's got a nice little painting collection too.
I love how he just knocked his grandma's chair over so he could use the room to fight in. Like no man buys that furniture. That's a grandma furniture. This guy's existence is the best. He's got the toilet bowl door cracked open.
He does it. You know what? Why is he worried about fighting? He gets a free ride. Plus, he's tiny, so like he takes tiny little shits. Doesn't need as much toilet paper, food, or anything. If he just like had a peaceful life and didn't fight so much, he'd have it good. But he has to go look. He's just like picking for fights now.
He's got little big man syndrome, but he also has no self-awareness. So he's living in the world's worst existence.
But look
poor
at that kick,
human
though.
being.
Look at the motion on that kick. He's about to like shatter that door with his foot.
Let's see what happens. Let's see if this door shatters or not.
Oh.
He's got a farmer tan.
Don't kick the drywall. Come on, man.
The old karate chop. Karate, you gotta learn how to make those grunting noises.
I'm sorry, but Those aren't martial arts noises. Those are like insane asylum noises.
Where he would probably still get his ass kicked by everybody in the room.
Surely, even the comatose guy would like flip his arm over and be like, and be like, ah!
Cry punch.
He's fucking Beavis. Man, you're showing that air who's boss. Why does he always have something in his
How to guard yourself.
What is that?
That's probably his remote for recording the...
I can see his toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that made that better is his grandma was like ripping a dump in there right now. And he's recording.
His face is very tan, and then his biceps down to his wrists are very tan.
I mean, he's probably at peak physical fitness for his size, I suppose, but he should be fighting. He should be like getting a job like as a sewage worker cleaning septic tanks, where you need a little guy that can fit in there and like scrub the inside out.
Have you ever noticed? You've been on computers for a lot of your life, right? You ever gotten the opposite of a farmer's tan, a computer tan?
No.
Where your arms are lighter, exposed because they've been exposed to the UV light of your computer screen, and your skin's darker under your shirt because you're sick and
down. And no, I'm not doing that. You keep trying to get me to take my shirt out, Billy, and I don't appreciate that.
I'm not sure if you're wearing a shirt.
God damn it, I can't.
The problem is when it got to real life, these people were way, way bigger than me. Like in basketball, with physical confrontations, the truth is the truth. You cannot train size. The first thing that people in martial arts teach you is to stand up for yourself and don't back down. For me, that was a big mistake. In fact, I found that I was getting in more fights and getting more people picking on me because I was trying to stand up for myself. Walk down the street, you stare them in the eye, and before you know it, somebody takes you over and beats you up and takes your money. One day, what happened was, I went down to the variety store, and there was a Korean owner, and I started talking to him. I said, hey, you're Asian.
This guy's cuts are the worst. Yeah, he cuts him almost too early.
Well, no.
He's cutting out every breath that he takes. I've seen people do this before, and they think it sounds better when there's no like audible pause. But what it does is just creates this long run-on sentence in vocal form, and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But if I was this guy, I would not walk outside with more than $20 in my wallet, because it appears he gets his ass kicked daily, probably by like some teenagers. Like, give me your money, bitch. And he's like, kill it,
little man.
I was confused. I thought everybody who was of Asian descent used to learn how to do that. And what he said to me changed my life. He said, you learn how to fight, and the fight comes to you. You don't learn how to fight, and the fight doesn't come to you.
That's
bullshit. For me, a light bulb went off in my head. It totally made sense. I had been doing all this training and practicing on how to defend myself from bullies and people picking on me, and it was actually having a reverse effect, and I was getting picked on, beat up, and things were worse. One of the main reasons was is
because he's going up to people that are going to mug him. And he goes, whoa,
yeah,
and they're just like, fucking give me your money.
Exactly. Give me your money, you little shit. But you do have some nice hair.
Upside down and just shake the quarters out of his pockets and just throw him into the grass. A dog starts humping him while he's unconscious, and he's like, Sensei,
so,
why?
Did James Dean get hit with a shrink ray? Is that what happened here?
That's fucked up. I love that.
I was ending up challenging people that I basically had no business in challenging. I basically was standing up for myself in areas where I would usually back down, and that was causing me to get into more fights and confrontations. So I decided right then and there, you know what? This fella's right. He knows what he's talking about, and it's true. If you don't learn how to fight, the fight doesn't come to you. Over the next couple of weeks, I ended up quitting all of that, and over the next few months, my problems went less and less and less. I haven't been in a fight or in any sort of physical confrontation basically since I quit. While the theory of self-defense is good, the actual practice of self-defense and what it teaches you and how you think does change what you attract. The way I handle situations where I'm uncomfortable or feel physically threatened now is I basically walk away or run if necessary.
Or
wow,
run.
so what was he doing before? I guess it was wow, and he's like, why am I getting my ass kicked? Yeah, maybe you should have. That's a good pause, by the way. But yeah, just maybe don't karate kid at people, and people won't go, wow, this is a free win here. Just knock him over, take his fucking shoes, like, because most people I think would look at a guy like that and go, man, I'm not gonna beat him up, but you know, somebody probably cracks joke. He's like, "You want to fight? I'm trained in Taekwondo." And they just fucking roll him over.
I think we're gonna move on to the last segment before we play our game tonight.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful castle.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's time, baby.
What sort of delicious morsel have you brought for us tonight, Benjamin?
It's a classic Keane. It's one of the many times he quit YouTube.
Hello, my name is Brett Keane, and I regret to tell you all that this is going to be the end of Brett Keane doing videos.
I
can tell you, no, that didn't happen.
My videos will stay up on the different channels that I posted them on, but
they'll stay up on the different channels I posted them on.
I think that
He
I
actually
have
said
done more.
Orn, though. You don't exaggerate that. For a while there, I thought you exaggerated, but no, he said, I'll be on the channel that I post Orn.
Yep.
God.
Yep.
He kind of looks like a gopher in this pause right here.
Yeah, this is when he still had teeth.
More than enough of my share to entertain. There's several reasons why I'm not going to be doing videos anymore. One, I'm tired. I don't have it in me to do this shit anymore. Damn. Two, I think that a lot of you understand from what has happened in the past to me that it's not really a point. Three, people haven't been keeping up with viewing this or checking it out, so what's the point of making videos if I'm not affecting
Nobody
anybody's
gives me
life?
any money. Taping videos is hard work. I have to hit the button, and I videotape, and I gotta talk, and then the views went down. I ain't got no money.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to quit for the 438th time. I'll be back. Never. Maybe. Possibly. Really time?
Changing anything. And four, something's changing inside of me. I'm just not giving a shit anymore. I don't see the point.
Whatever.
So hopefully my videos before this will entertain you and you can be happy. If any new people come across the site, just check it out. There's a lot of videos worth a lifetime to watch, and it was a pleasure
A
for my
lifetime
fans
of
and friends out
entertainment.
there that I did
Maybe if you
videos
plan on
for.
killing yourself, it's worth a lifetime.
Some people wait a lifetime for moments like this.
But his idea of what YouTube is, like I've seen a few people that are obsessed, right? And this guy definitely like saw YouTube and was like, oh, it's my chance. My opinions are infallible. My personality is a shining beacon among the fucking oiled masses of idiots out there. I'm gonna be a superstar, and I'm gonna make all the money. And then they, go into it for a few years and like, why don't I have 100,000 subscribers yet? I did all the things. I called everybody liars. I cheated. I hit my wife. I played video games. I did everything. Why am I not rich? I'm gonna quit. But they can't quit because the idea of I could be famous. I could be rich. Look, I could work from inside my house and be a lazy fuck for the rest of my life. But then when they get on camera, like, making videos is so hard. Sorry, guys, I couldn't do them last week. The gout got me. I mean, I had a flu. I mean, I hit my wife. I mean, my camera broke. I mean, just excuse after excuse. He's not going to stop. He's addicted to it. This shit is addicting, Like, you guys
He's
enjoy doing
addicted to the
show.
attention.
This is the end.
Okay,
this
that's
is not
fair.
like before when I said goodbye or I felt like giving up. This has been talked about and thought about for a long time, and my wife and myself and my friends and my family believe that the best thing for me is to quit, to stop.
Damn.
So have a good life, everyone.
It's just YouTube, you fuck!
I'll be back, but my teeth won't.
True. His teeth never returned, so I guess in a way he wasn't lying. Part of him did never return to YouTube.
Goodbye to those pearly yellows.
Yeah, the two pearly yellows. I guess she had
Mother
them.
of
Yeah,
pearl.
Oh God, like it's entertaining to watch. I get why you guys are talking. It's like, oh, you say you want it, but you don't. But there's something about the Brett Keane thing in that for the little guy, and I'm sure there's lots of little guys who watch. I was a little guy. We all started out as little guys on YouTube, right? You see Brett Keane, and you see certain people like Darkside Phil, and you see them as like cautionary tales of like what not to do. But some of these people, they don't fucking stop. They keep going. Like the train wreck never ends, and it's addictive because it's just like, well, you know, my channel sucks, or maybe I'm doing a bit bad in life. But then you see like, darn, get my chili. I'm gonna bring back the channel again. We're going live again. This time it's gonna
when we asked him about these teeth, he was like, "Those are my dentures." It's like, where the fuck did you get yellow crooked dentures from? Who would buy those?
Can we organize? Can we organize a convention and have like Brett Keane and G-Man and Chris Chan and all types of other fucking deplorables speak at the convention?
Yeah, sure.
I could with the money, but do you really want to be the person who gives Brett Keane, Chris Chan, and all these people like $5,000?
I
You really
do.
want to be that guy?
I
You
do.
want to be nailed to that cross?
I think we can get it for cheaper. I think we can get it for $1,000 and get everybody there.
Billy, Chris Chan comes expensive or he doesn't come at all.
I'll get Chris Chan
I'm
to come.
kidding. He comes all the time into his cup and drinks it, but
Basket of Deplorables con. It's happening. It's happening.
the fun thing about Chris Chan and certain people like that, if you spend money on him, the guy who bought the Sonic Totem and people who bought stuff from him, they get tracked down. People don't like it when you give money to these people, and I can kind of get it. Though I don't support, like, you know, being a shit to them.
Well, they don't have to track us down. They can come to SonachuCon or whatever the fuck, Basket of Deplorables Con.
SonachuCon.
Manatee Con.
You are the savior that these people need. I think you can
I'm
save
saying.
Brett. I think you can save Chris. You need to bring them all together. You could be the Dr. Phil of internet losers.
I will get Dr. Phil there. I will get the Cash Me Outside girl's dad.
Episode. There's Dr. Phil talking to fucking Chris Chan, and then we bring in Brett Keane. And then we bring
Garbage Island Con.
Garbage Island with the Ethno state.
Look at the legs.
Oh man.
All right, so
go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I think we're gonna go and move forward with this trivia contest at the end. It's weird. So Hellbent, I think we're gonna let you go, and we'll do this trivia thing, and we'll see who wins. Thanks for joining us on the show tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. I'm sorry I was late. I literally just slept. I'm not gonna bullshit you like this asshole over here would have. Not Billy. I mean.
No. Totally talking about Billy. No, but
inappropriate.
We're gonna set up the trivia contest and everything. Thanks for being on, Hellbent.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right, Hellbent.
So Hellbent's off. I'm gonna get this kind of situated for a moment here.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.